about interracial marriage and abortion.
So you would be okay with the Supreme Court leaving the question of interracial marriage to the states?
Yes, I think that that's something that if you're not wanting the Supreme Court to weigh in on issues like that, you're not going to be able to have your cake and eat it too. I think that's hypocritical. When it comes to issues, you can't have it both ways. When you want that diversity to shine within our federal system, there are going to be rules and proceedings. They're going to be out of sync with maybe what other states would do. It's the beauty of the system, and that's where the differences among points of view in our 50 states ought to express themselves. And I'm not saying that rule would apply in general, depending on the topic, but it should mostly be in general, because it's hard to have it on issues that you just are interested in when you deny it for others with a different point of view.
Braun told reporters that he views the Supreme Court decision to legalize abortion as a case of judicial activism. He says it's an issue that should have been left up to each individual state. And when asked by a reporter, he said the 1967 Supreme Court decision to legalize interracial marriage should have been left up to the states.
Y'all, this world's crazy, man. Did y'all see the video? There's a senator from Indiana, and he's talking about interracial marriages. He's saying that they're gonna bring it to the higher ups because it should be up to the states to decide whether they want to marry interracial couples. This is America. So in other words, they're thinking about taking away interracial marriages. And it is up for discussion. It's called the Interracial Marriage Laws of 2025. But now can we agree that America is racist now? Can we agree with this now? It's right in front of our face. I'm gonna repost the video, but they're thinking about taking away interracial marriages.
Welcome and welcome back to Charlie React. Something serious is being talked about right now, and not everyone is paying attention. A video is spreading across social media and it's getting strong reactions from a lot of people. It's about interracial marriages and concerns about what could happen in the future. But here is the real question. Is this something people should actually be worried about, or is it being misunderstood? Let's watch this together, and then I will give you my honest opinion.
Okay, so what I'm about to say is extremely controversial. It's my truth. It's what I feel. My husband supports me, and I have to be honest, and I owe my followers the truth.
Some things really do need to be shared and talked about.
Yeah. And we like to foster discussion and honesty. We have built our relationship on honesty. Yeah. And
you can't confront that which you won't admit.
Exactly.
You know, so sometimes you have to admit the truth, even if it's difficult and hard.
Yeah. So I've come on here today to talk about something that's like been really, really bothering me. 10 years ago, when I got married to my husband, I had all kinds of expectations. There were just things that I looked forward to, and I have to admit I've been let down. And I just wanted to share that growing up in New York, some of the things that we would always hear about white people is that they loved brownies and green
Continue on in your truth, babe. Don't let anything stop you.
Growing up in New York, I was always told that white people loved brownies and green bean casserole. And so when I got married to my husband, I thought that I was going to have all of this green bean casserole. And I'm really disappointed in the fact that I've been married 10 years and I haven't had I can't even say it. I can't even get it out.
My family has never made green bean casserole.
I haven't had it one time.
I've never had it one time.
What kind of white family are y'all?
Well,
what kind of white family are y'all? Y'all, they have not one Christmas, not one Thanksgiving, not one Easter Sunday dinner.
I'm so sorry for the disappointment.
Not one birthday. Now we have brownies galore. Brownies are always there. Brownies every time. Brownies. But we never have green bean casserole. And I feel like I have been hoodwinked and bamboozled.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
How could y'all?
I'm sorry.
White families that eat green bean casserole, can y'all please say something in the comments because I don't understand.
You know, I think the takeaway is that not everybody, just because they're a part of a particular race, falls into the stereotypes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, occasionally you're going to run into outliers. And I know it can be disappointing, but you know what? Maybe y'all can if you've had green bean casserole, because obviously we never have. Maybe you can tell us in the comments if you like it or not, or if we're missing anything.
And if y'all have any recipes for green bean casserole, can you please put it in the comments so I can give it to my mother-in-law? Thank you.
I went through hell in the hand of this man I called my husband. So I met this white man online and we started dating. After some few months of dating, we got married. After our marriage, we relocated to the UK. On the day when I enter UK, 3 months later, now this man changed. He can't turn me to punch it back. Any small argument like this man go they beat me like say tomorrow no day. So one day, make I for not go die, I can't come up for the house. When the man come discover say I not did the house again, he can't file for divorce. My people, now so I take divorce this man. Currently I am 34 years old, no child, divorced. At least I can start my life all over again. Not be me white person who go by before her time. This is a story of a young lady who got married to a white man. I always talk and white people, you need to get extra brain and patient before you feel stay with them, because our lifestyle as black and their lifestyle is never the same.
Wow, that was a lot to take in. What stands out to me is how serious the message is. It's not just someone talking. It feels like they are trying to raise concern about where things could be heading. Now I've been seeing different reactions online. Some people are agreeing with this, saying like there's something really that could affect a lot of families. Other feels like this is being exaggerated, like it's creating fear around something that may not actually happen. For me, what's really interesting is how divided people are on this topic. One side sees this as warning, the other sees it as overreaction. And this is where it gets deeper. Because when it comes to issue like marriage, rights, and laws, history has shown that things can change in ways people don't expect. So the real question is this something people should pay close attention to? Or is it something that's being taken out of context?
I know so many immigrants who were married to Germans and their marriages did not work. And by the way, that is not uncommon. Many intercultural marriages don't last. They end up in divorce. And I've got my theories why that actually happens. I've watched and listened to many stories. And something that I realized these three things. First of all, people who end up in marriages with German people or Europeans, someone from another culture, what they tend to do is actually rush into it. They haven't taken time to learn to discern what makes up a good character of a German person and what makes up a bad character. You know, when you're new, you haven't really been able to learn that. It takes time to be able to discern good character in a German person and bad character in a German person. What people usually tend to think is, you know what, especially when it comes to black people, black men, they cheat a lot and so on and so forth. But they don't realize that being married to a white man also comes with a set of challenges. What are those challenges? Ask yourself, ask people who've been married to white people, who are married to white people, what are the challenges do I expect if I marry a white person? Because they come with also a set of challenges. And we shouldn't make this assumption just because they're white, they're perfect. They're not. They come with their own challenges. And maybe even people can share in the comments the kind of challenges they've faced in an intercultural marriage. Then the second thing is social class. People assume that marrying a white person, you are definitely in the same social class or even had the same upbringing of values and ambitions. And I've seen people who've married people who are on benefits, like German people who were on benefits, and their marriages did not work because the immigrant, the black person, the person from another country, they came here with big ambitions. They want to study, they want to work. And that became a problem in the marriage, a big problem in the marriage until the marriages could not hold. And then the third thing is racism. Believe you me, racism in intercultural marriages exists. I have heard of people who were racially mishandled by their husbands, by their wives, white German wives, white German husbands, like really bad, being insulted, being belittled, being looked down upon, and all that, you know, just because the other person thinks I am white, I am superior to you, and you have to listen to me. So please, before you rush into an intercultural marriage or marrying a white person, find out these things. Take your time to.
Anytime I mention that I like to date black men, the first comeback from insecure little white boys is, welcome to being a single mom. It is like clockwork. And then when I'm like, I'm already a single mom, but it's due to a white man. Then you guys want to take my 21-year-old daughter who is biracial and be like, no, that black man back in 2003, he made you a single mom. Which is not true because I got married when I was 3 months pregnant to my white ex-husband. So in fact, when she was born, I was a married mom. The reason she isn't mentioned isn't because I'm trying to hide her. I actually post her a lot on social media because I am a proud mama, okay? But she's 21. She lives in a different state. She's old enough to drink, vote, and buy cigarettes. I'm referring to my 3 minor children who are from a white man. Now, when I mention this, it is all for kinds of kicks and giggles, honestly. Like, I am not trying to throw shade at my ex-husband. He watches my videos. He doesn't care. No race of any man will ever make me a single mom again because I'm not going to be having any more kids. The reason it's even brought up is due to racial stereotypical judgment. So if it was a black man, he's a horrible man, and that's what I get for wanting to date black guys. So when it's a black man, it's his fault. When it's a white man, it's the white woman's fault. Make it make sense.
All right, I was on a run and needed a little walk break, so I thought I'd share a little something that I've learned since being married to Danny. Here it is. Black folks don't actually have to work twice as hard as white folks to get to the same place in life. Let me explain. See, when I started dating Danny, I actually had no real clue just how different the world treated white folks and black folks. And so when I would hear my black friends say that they had to work twice as hard as white folks to get to the same place in work or in life, it used to frustrate me. Honestly, it hurt my feelings, made me feel bad. Like they thought that I didn't work hard. But the reality was that I have a predictable equation for the amount of work I put in and the results that I can expect. I put in X amount of work and I can expect to get Y results. And so when I would hear that black folks' equation, or they thought their equation was 2X equals Y, it didn't make sense to me. But now after being married to Danny for 24 years, having a front row seat for the past 26 years to her life, to see her experiences in the workplace and friendships and relationships, I actually think the equation is even different than 2X. I actually think if the equation was just 2x equals y, if black folks only had to put in twice as much work to get the same result as white folks, just about every one of my black friends and family would take that deal, as unfair as it seems. The black folks I know would all be willing and have been willing to put in twice the work. The reality is that the equation, I think, is something more like question mark x equals y, meaning that there is just a huge unknown variable in the equation at all times. My black friends and family have no idea, or they honestly do have some idea, as to the amount of racism, bias, prejudice they're gonna face in any situation in life. And the workplace is a great example. My wife has been passed up for job opportunities, for promotions, many times when she's twice as qualified and works 3 times harder than her white counterparts, but is passed up for opportunities. I've seen her get up time and time again and continue to put in tireless effort that goes thankless, goes without being appreciated in the workplace, gives where other folks get the credit for the work she's done. And so I've watched her get up and continue on time and time again, despite this unknown in the equation, the question mark x equals y. And what I've learned is she has had to develop and have a strength that I've never had to have and never will need to have. And honestly, it's inspiring, but it's heartbreaking to sit by and watch the person you love more than anything in the world have to face this type of bias and discrimination in life. And so honestly, if 2x equals y were the equation, I think just about every black friend and family member I have would sign up for that raw deal. And the fact that the equation is question mark x equals y should wreck all of our hearts.
This feels bigger than just one video. It's about how people understand what's happening and what is could mean moving forward. So I want to hear from you. Do you think this is something to take seriously, or is it being blown out of proportion? Drop your opinion in the comment. Let's talk about it. If you enjoyed really honest reaction like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the family. This is Cherry Reaction, and I will see you in the next one.